Hey guys, so this is going to be the answers to the getting it all done video. I first want to preface this video with I am not perfect by any means, and I probably have different priorities than other people, so keep that in mind. And yeah, so I'm just answering these questions based off of my own personal, expectations and wants, desires, preferences, you name it. So don't take anything to heart or too personally or whatever. That's just all I'm trying to say, is I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not claiming that I get everything done, but yeah, here goes. There was, like I said, a lot of questions, so I don't know if I said that. Maybe I said that, but let me just start. All right, how long is my lunch break? It's an hour. Could you still make that video out of daycare, how they reacted to me coming in nursing? And yeah, maybe I'll do that right after this. Do you ever just sit down, or are you literally working until you sleep? Just sit down. Yes, but I'm folding laundry or stuffing diapers. So I don't ever just sit or I sit down to eat. I never just sit. It's really, really rare. And just lately, now that I've been getting like my 4 days off with Deacon, am I able to like actually sit down, and are we able to watch like a little bit of TV together, or sit down and play a game or whatever. So, but even that, I'm not just sitting. So the answer to that is really probably no, because I feel like there's too many things that I have to do, and I have too many to-do lists to just like sit, because it's like I could be doing those things. So that's my own personal issue. Will you do a nursery tour? Yes. Let's see. I would love to know or see how much is left on your son's plate after dinner. You know, that's such a day-by-day thing. I could feed him the same exact thing for a week straight. I mean, I never have and I never will, but I'm just as an example. And every day he'd either eat half of it, or he would just look at it, or he'd just feed it to the dogs, or he may eat all of it. Kids are such strange eaters. He has some things though that never fails that he'll eat, but I mean, there's just, I don't know. Actually, no, I take that back, because my husband made waffles this morning and he'd eat them, and that was weird. All right, let's see. Somebody said I'm a stay-at-home mom. This video couldn't have been posted at a better time. I had a rough day. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry. Ugh. Okay. There's multitasking. My oven beeped. It's preheated. I am baking cookies. Okay. I read this one, and I just wanted to give her a hug. I felt so bad when I was reading this comment. She says she struggles to get everything done. House versus spending time. Let's see. I'm trying to find, okay. How do you choose your priorities? So, yeah, no one can do everything perfectly, and that is so true. How do you decide on what things you want to let fall through the cracks? For me, gosh, I don't even know the best way to describe this without talking for 5 hours. The things that are a priority to me, obviously, first and foremost, are my family, the health of my family, the safety of my family. So those things rank first. I think that cooking a very healthy dinner for my family is more important than doing a little laundry. I mean, those kind of things. You basically, really just have to figure out what is important to you and make that your priority. Let's see here. So yeah, and then the other things that fall through the cracks, things that can wait. I mean, I'm hungry now, I can dust tomorrow, and I'm not a very good duster, so there's something that falls through the cracks. And then her son can't stand on his own yet. Any ideas to include him in the kitchen? And up until Deacon could stand, I'd wear him. So long as I wasn't cooking something that's dangerous, like splattering oil or something like that, I would wear him a lot in the kitchen. So I would do that. How do you find time to watch videos of other moms? I'll watch videos of other parents. Either my car, I have this little plug-in thing and I can listen to them. So oftentimes I don't watch a lot. I don't actually watch the videos. I will, sorry, Gage. He's just looking at me like, what? So I'll just listen to him, or I just listen to him while, if like Deacon's sleeping and I'm getting ready for work, I'll listen to him then. If the boys are playing and I'm maybe doing dishes, or just, something like that, whenever I listen to them. I don't actually like sit down and ever watch videos. So yeah. How do you find time to get all the deep cleaning done? I do the deep cleaning just like sporadically. I will just do little bits and pieces at a time. I never just like spend a whole day deep cleaning like I used to. Now it's more or less just like I'll clean one area at a time. Like maybe I'll go through, you know, take everything off of this thing, dust it all, and then put it all away, which I still need to do that video on what's all back there. Or, you know, I clean out my fridge every time I go grocery shopping. Like, I just try to keep up on things and just do lots of little things versus a huge deep cleaning day. Granted, once every, you know, fewish months, you know, we'll steam clean and do that type of thing. This one isn't really a question. I'd love to be a stay-at-home mom, but it's not in the cards for us. Ugh, I can't even. Sorry, my computer keeps going black. I understand. It's hard. It's really, really hard. It's taken us 2 years to get into a position where I can be a stay-at-home mom. Originally, it was going to be. The economy went down the crapper, and we both had significant, like, major pay cuts. And over the last couple of years, we've sold our house, we've changed cars, we're refinancing. I mean, it's just, it's hard. It's so hard. So I definitely sympathize with that. A lot of people say, oh, you can do anything you want to do. Yeah, you can. It just might take a long time. Blah, blah, blah. How do you keep so clean with dogs? Any tips on keeping your house smelling fresh? Okay, and those are all the dog questions. We vacuum every day. So we vacuum a lot. In our house, we still struggle with hair. I also wash our couch cushion covers about once a month. They unzip, and this might be a really good tip. Look at your couch cushions. I bet you can unzip them. Take them off, throw them in the wash. Obviously, wash them on cold, like cold, and then dry them on low or just hang them to dry. And oh, it makes your house smell so good, and they're all clean and sparkly and fresh. And our dogs have done a number on ours. They're actually like kind of torn up, but they get so soft, and it's a nice little treat. So I don't have air fresheners or candles or anything like that. Granted, fall is like starting next Friday, and I really like the pumpkin spice candles, so I'll probably have one of those out, but I'm not really. It's kind of just like our house smells like baked goods all the time. Which might not be a good thing, but every house I've ever lived in, after about a year, whenever you turn the oven on, the whole house starts to smell like cookies because I bake so much. It's not a good thing. So yeah, it smells like food a lot in our house, like usually like desserts and stuff. Where's Gage? Okay. How do you keep yeah, that was that question. Okay. And then what is your dinner routine, your after dinner routine, since you do bath time in the mornings? And that doesn't take away from your night. Gosh, it just depends because my husband's schedule varies so much. So usually it's just like dinner and then playtime, and when we go upstairs, that's when our actual bedtime routine starts. And at that time, my husband and I basically, gosh, it's just like an unspoken, like what we do. Like he brushes his teeth and I'll change, and then my husband will change and get ready for bed, and then I'll dress Deacon, and then we lay in bed and we talk about our day. And we usually talk for about a half hour or so, but we talk about what we did that day and then what we're going to do tomorrow, and basically just recap the entire day. I don't even really know how, how actually it did start with, what did he do? It was bowling. He was telling us about bowling balls and the colors of our bowling balls. So then we started talking about what we were doing that day. And then he's starting to understand what tomorrow means. So recently we've been talking about what tomorrow means, because otherwise before that we would say, you're going to go see your friend. Then you'd get all excited and he wouldn't understand that not now, but tomorrow. Holy crap, this is going to be a long video. It's probably going to be a couple of parts. What pump did you use? This isn't really related, but I have Medela Pump and Style, the double electric Metro bag. I won't use anything else but Medela. The double electric, I'd highly recommend it. What was your pumping schedule like? I pumped 5 times a day and nursed every time I was with him. I pumped a lot. And if you did pump at work, how did you store it while working? I actually worked outside of my office quite a bit during the day, so I had a cooler in my car and I'd have to pump in my car. I think I think I did a video all about that. I'd like to breastfeed my next, but I feel like I have to choose between work and breastfeeding, and oh, hell no. No. If you want to breastfeed, you make it work. There's actually laws that are set for breastfeeding mothers, and your work has to abide by them. You just have to check out your laws in your state. Yeah, no, if you want to breastfeed, you breastfeed. It shouldn't be something that you have to choose. I made it work. Again, I worked outside of the office, and I pumped in my car. I pumped at the office, so I kept it in the cooler. I kept it in, I would bundle it all up and hide it in like a cool, like a lunch bag so nobody knew it was like my breast milk in the fridge. And either keep it in the fridge, or we have a pumping room. The fridge in there sucked though. So you make it work. But pumping in your car is a great great option, and I did a video on that. There's one that I did about pumping it while driving, and it sounds unsafe, but really both hands on the wheel, it's not unsafe. Yeah, so doable, definitely doable. I would just make sure you have a good pump so it doesn't take 5 hours to pump. When Deacon was younger, what sort of things did you cook? We didn't start eating as healthy as we do now until Deacon was probably about 6 or 7 months old, when he started eating solids. I've always been interested in, cooking healthier items, but I was much more into we ate a lot more of the processed meals and things along those lines, because I wasn't educated about food the way that I am now. So, a lot of that kind of stuff. But then when he started eating solids and started kind of eating what we were eating, that's when I started to realize, okay, this is important, and that's when things started to change. But basically just kind of the same stuff that I cook now. Hasn't really changed. I'm finding it hard to make dinner because she still needs my attention and will only sit by herself for short periods of time. Yeah, bring her in the kitchen. I mean, the bumbo seat, as long as you're away from hot surfaces and you keep it safe, I don't see any problem with that. I have tons of pictures of Deacon sitting in his bumbo chair. He had this other chair that has this little wraparound activity center, and he would just sit in there with me, and I would cook, and he would hang out, and we could talk and play, and I could give him toys and things like that. And it was playtime, so it's always just kind of been that way. I'd also wear them a lot. What time is it? 12? Okay. I was thinking about making my own videos. Did you have any anxiety? No. I just started making videos to show my family what my belly was looking like when I was pregnant with Deacon. So that's how that started. But videos are fun. You get good and bad from it, but the good definitely outweighs the bad. So let's see here. I want to know how you keep things decorated. For one, because your house is beautiful. Thank you. And then how you keep yourself organized. Decorated? I don't know. I haven't even really put that much decoration, time into decorating this house at all. And then as far as keeping myself organized, I feel like that's an endless task. I really try to stay so organized, but it just feels like no matter what I do, there's just always something else to organize. To-do lists, I have to say, are probably my best friend. So I definitely love to-do lists. How do you keep up with your laundry? I have my washer running every single day. So I do a load a day, regardless of what it may be. Diapers are usually every other day or every third day. And then regular clothing and bedding, something is running all the time. If we don't have enough clothes for a load, that's when our bedding gets washed and that type of thing. So my washer's running every single night, just one load a night, and we stay up on laundry, and that might seem like a lot, 7 loads, but we do cloth diapers, so it's not too bad, and that way it's not overwhelming, because before I used to just do it every Sunday. If you remember Deacon's pregnancy, I would take my weekly belly pictures, and there was always a huge pile of laundry. And my cookies are smelling done. I gotta check them really fast. And it would get overwhelming to fold. There you go. Okay. Cookies up. I turned the oven off. Okay, let's see here. So I instead of, doing it every single day, I just do that. Do you start the loads in the morning before you leave or do it at night? I do it at night. Every single night. There's something that's running. Okay. Thank you so much for doing. Okay, I'm at home right now. Terrifies me. Was there anything that helped you leave Deacon during the day with somebody else? Oh, can I just tell you, the first couple months I just bawled. It was so hard for me. Granted, I had to leave him at 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But it was probably the hardest thing that I ever had to do in my life. As far as confidence in leaving with him with somebody else, I guess just trust the person that you're leaving with him, or the daycare you're leaving him with, or whatever it may be, and just know that, you know, you are leaving him in good hands, and that'll make you feel better. Like, I knew he was in good hands, but just he wasn't with mom, and that was really, really hard for me. Yeah, I don't even know the best way. I did a video. Oh gosh, what was it called? Being a working mom, or like the benefits of like daycare or something like that. I did a video like that. Here, I think Deacon was like 3 months old, so it's gonna be a little ways back, but I definitely did that video, and it's 2 parts, and there's a lot of perks in it, and that definitely helped. Those are all the things that I found beneficial, so I would definitely check that out. And then any housekeeping tips to maximize your family time? Just break it up. Don't like spend, you know, just do it as you can. That's what seems to work for us. Oh, I hate that this is going to be so long. Okay, I'll do the rest of these on this page. I love that you have Deacon help you in the kitchen. I did the same thing with my daughter, although she's terrible at working on a new recipe, and just let her play while she cooks. Do you have any tips for focusing on a new recipe with your little helper in the kitchen? Yeah, actually, I just make it like, I'll say, okay, Deacon, so we need 1/4 cup of this. So we'll talk about it, and he knows what 1/4 cup is. And, you know, we'll do it together, and we talk about it. That way I'm able to focus on the recipe and him at the same time, and incorporate him into the new recipe. Because, yeah, it can be kind of a little bit, you know, tricky if you're really trying to focus on something. But I just make it, like, really involved. Like, we're both doing this new recipe together. It's not just me that's working on it. Let's see here. I was wondering, what age did you start cooking with Deacon in the kitchen? Day 1? Well, day 2, because that's when we came home. He's always been in the kitchen with me. Let's see. Oh no. I think that question might have gotten cut off. Yeah, I don't think there's ever a time where they're too young to start, personally. This is an odd question. Have you ever all 3 taken a shower? Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. Do you plan on ever going back to work after having Drake? Yeah, I do. One day, I don't know. And what do I work as? Or what do you do? What do you work as? What's the best way to answer this without explaining exactly what I do? I work with very large and some small companies for certain marketing and advertising campaigns. I'll leave it at that. Okay, I love cooking with my daughter, but cleaning up nonstop is hard. How do you have the energy to scrub the kitchen over and over? And where do you get the energy from? I just kind of run at a fast pace. As far as I try to keep the kitchen clean as I go along, and then things maybe are simmering or baking or cooking, that's when I, you know, catch up on the cleaning. Deacon's also becoming a really big helper and putting things away. Like, he sorts the silverware now. He puts away the measuring cups, the measuring spoons. He's becoming more and more helpful. It's getting really nice, but that helps. And do you think you'll relax more when you're a stay-at-home mom? Definitely, because when I'm having those 4 days off, I move at a much slower pace, and it's really kind of nice. But the days that I'm working, I am like 100 miles a minute doing 100 things at once. Let's see. Do you think you'll like to kick back and watch a movie with Deacon? Most definitely. Is he allowed to watch TV? Yes, yes, he's allowed to watch TV. What's his favorite thing to watch? He loves, what does he love? I can't get him to sit to watch TV long enough, and I'm actually probably the craziest parent in the world, because I just wish he would sit and watch something on TV for a half hour. I cannot get him to sit there long enough. It drives me crazy. But he likes SpongeBob, and what's so funny is before I had kids, I said I'd never let my children watch SpongeBob. But just there was an episode once where he had a cussing problem, and like half the episode was beeped out. And I'm like, why is this? This needs to be on MTV, not Nickelodeon, or I think it's Nickelodeon. Anyways, yeah, he loves SpongeBob. He loves those really annoying shows like Yo Gabba Gabba, and oh, they're horrible. But he likes those. They'll catch his attention. He'll probably sit and watch it for about like 7 to 8-ish minutes, and then he's off doing something else. He can't, he's like me. I just can't sit still. So, yeah. Oh, he likes Dora. Your kid likes Dora too. Yep. Yeah. One day, I'm really hoping that once Drake's here and I chill out a little bit more, big airplane. He can chill out a little bit more and we can just relax and watch TV together. What do you and Deacon do when you both come home? I guess it just depends on the day and what we have to do. Yeah, so I'm going to stop this and do the rest of it because this is really long.